I still welcome you to my YouTube channel. I'm still your teacher, Teacher Osbat Nwarinda. In this episode, we are still continuing with our topic, which is cell biology, but specifically a subtopic known as histology. And for all the previous episodes, we have been able to look at very many subtopics, subsections of this histology. And I'm sure you have been, if you have been following me, I'm sure you have gained a lot, and I know you have shared with your friends, and I know you have benefited a lot indeed. Now, today, or at this point, I am going to share with you about a type of tissue which is called the muscular tissue. We have looked at the epithelial tissue, which I know you have learned very well. I hope you have enjoyed. We have looked at connective tissue, which I know you have enjoyed. Now I want us to go to a muscular tissue. Remember, we said animal tissues are categorized into epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscular tissue, reproductive tissue, and nervous tissue. So in this episode, I'm going to talk more about the muscular tissue. Is what we are going to. It's what I'm going to talk more about. Now, as far as, of course, muscular tissues, this is made up of cells which are called muscle cells. And muscle cells, in this case, they have a specific name, and this specific name is called the muscle fiber. Now, we have got three types of muscles. So we are saying muscle tissue, this is made up of muscle cells. This is made up of muscle cells. And we are saying these muscle cells, we call them muscle fibers. Now, we are saying, in as far as muscles are concerned, we have got three types of muscles, depending on some characteristics and depending on where they are found. What are these three types of muscles? One, we have got what we call smooth muscles. Smooth muscles. We have got what we call skeletal muscles. We have also got what we call cardiac muscles. Now, from the way you hear the name, cardiac muscles, these are the muscles which are found. These are muscles within the what? These are muscles within the heart. These are muscles within the heart, cardiac muscles. Then, skeletal muscles, these are muscles which are attached. These are muscles which are attached to the what? Attached to the skeleton. That's why they are called skeletal muscles, attached to the skeleton. Then smooth muscles are other muscles which are not attached to the skeleton and they are not in the heart. They're not found in the heart. Those are the ones we are calling the smooth muscles. Now, all these muscles have got different other names. For example, when it comes to smooth muscle, these are also called visceral muscles. Why? Because you are going to find them in what we also call visceral organs. And then we can also call them involuntary muscles. Why do we call them involuntary muscles? Because for the case of smooth muscles, their working does not involve your conscience. They happen involuntarily. Like, for example, right now, let me give an example. An example here we have the muscles, e.g. muscles of the gut. I am sure as you're watching this video, you are from eating something, or you ate something yesterday. Now, when you eat food and you swallow, you don't know what is happening. And because when you know what is happening, the food moves within the alimentary canal by itself. There are some muscles, those muscles keep on contracting, relaxing as they move food from the mouth, through the esophagus, down up to the rectum, until when they are defecated, until when it is defecated. Now, those muscles which make up the alimentary canal, those are smooth muscles. In other words, their working does not require your will. You don't need to decide that now muscles of the gut start doing like this. They happen by themselves. So that's why we say they are involuntary. They don't require your will for them to work. That's why we call them involuntary. We have muscles of the gut. We have muscles that make up muscles of the blood vessels. Within your blood vessels, we have muscles there. So those muscles, the way they work, they don't require your conscience or your will to say now you work like this, you work like this. Unlike skeletal muscles, for skeletal muscles, these ones are voluntary. They are voluntary muscles. What do we mean by voluntary muscles? You cannot say examples of these muscles here. I have, for example, we have got muscles like what? Muscles like biceps. Biceps, we have got muscles like what? Triceps in your arms. So you cannot just say, I was just there, all of a sudden I found my muscles moving. No. These muscles, for them to move, you are the one who first thinks about it, and you are like, you know what? Let me move my arm like this. Let me move my arm like this. So for them to contract and relax, their contraction and relaxation is controlled by your will. It is you to control their working. So that's why you say they are voluntary. They work under somebody's will. They don't just work by themselves. And then we also say these muscles are also unstriped. We call them unstriped muscles. Oh, this one can also be stroked with unstriated. Unstriated what? Unstriated muscles. You know the meaning of stripes. Stripes is something like, when you have a shirt which is having like boxes. So we can say that shirt is, striped. It has got some crosses, like box, like kind of appearance. So we are saying these skeletal muscles have got that appearance. They are striped or they are striated. They have got some kind of areas which are dark and areas which are what? Areas which are dark and areas which are somehow light. So we say they are kind of striped. So that's why we call them striped muscles or unstriated what? Muscles. Then these ones here, these ones are specifically muscles of the what? Muscles of the heart. Yeah, so here we don't have much to talk about them. I don't have much to talk about them as for now. Yeah, so it means these muscles, we can also say these ones are sorry. Sorry. I think that's an error. I was saying skeletal muscles, these ones are striped. Sorry. Yeah, these ones here are striped. They have this appearance. So we are saying that skeletal muscles are striped or they are striated. That means that they have this kind of appearance. That was an error. I hope you have understood me. Yeah, so the skeletal muscles, for them, they are striped, they are striated, they have this kind of appearance. But unlike smooth muscles, these ones, for them, they are unstriped. These ones are unstriped, or they are unstriated. They are unstriated. They don't have that kind of appearance for the case of the smooth muscles. Another example here, you have to know, if, for example, any muscle you hear about which is called a sphincter muscle. I hope you have heard about sphincter muscles. You have sphincter muscles within the alimentary canal. We have got pyloric sphincter muscle, cardiac sphincter muscle. We have got muscles which are found in the anus that regulate the release of feces and so on. All those muscles are smooth muscles. So we also have what we call sphincter muscles. But these muscles are also found as part of the alimentary canal. They are part of the gut. We call it sphincter muscles. These are all smooth muscles. Yeah, so these are the muscles we are having now. Allow me go further. In this case, I'm going to restrict myself. I'm going to take you more about the skeletal what? Skeletal muscle. We want to look at the histology of a skeletal muscle in this case. When we come to the skeletal muscle, how is its histology? Okay, now we want to look at the histology of a skeletal muscle. Now we are saying a skeletal muscle is made up of, for example, if you look at a muscle like biceps. If you look at a muscle like biceps, this one here, we are saying this muscle is made up of bundles. You have a muscle which is like this, but we are saying this muscle, as you see it there, inside it we have got bundles. We have bundles of muscle cells. Remember, I've told that muscle cells are called muscle fibers. Muscle cell is also called a muscle fiber. So inside this bicep muscle, you have got bundles of muscle fibers. Now we are saying all these bundles are surrounded. All these bundles, I can add here and I can say that a skeletal muscle is made up of bundles of muscle what? Muscle fibers. And we are saying each of those bundles, all these bundles, all of them, all the bundles are surrounded by a membrane, and that membrane is called that membrane which surrounds all the bundles is called epimysium. So this membrane which is surrounding all the bundles is called epimysium. Now we are saying if you go and pick out one bundle, when you come to this teacher and just pick out one bundle here, we are saying if you come and pick out one bundle like this, if this is now a bundle like that, now we are saying each of these bundles here, each bundle is surrounded by a membrane which is called perimysium. So when you come and pick out a bundle of muscle fibers, the membrane which is surrounding it is called perimysium. It is called perimysium. That is the membrane which is surrounding each bundle. Then we are saying now, when you now go in that bundle and you go inside, of course, when you now go inside this bundle, you find there a muscle. You find there a muscle what? You find there a muscle fiber. So each bundle is made up of this. Each bundle contains what we call muscle fiber. I've told you that muscle fiber is actually the muscle cell within a muscular tissue. So you find a muscle fiber. Now we are saying what are the features of this muscle fiber? So this is the muscle fiber now. We are saying what are the features of muscle fiber? One, a muscle fiber is elongated. This cell is elongated like the way you see here. Number two, a muscle fiber is multinucleated. In other words, you find one cell, but this cell has got very many nuclei inside, but all sharing the same cytoplasm. So it is multinucleated, and this situation where you have one cell having very many nuclei sharing the same cytoplasm without a cell dividing, we call it a synctium. That's what we call it a synctium. Something so special about the muscle fiber, we are saying this muscle fiber has also got the nuclei. The nuclei of the muscle fiber are at the what? At the periphery. They are at the periphery. The nuclei are usually found, if this is the muscle fiber here, you find that the nuclei are found at the extreme end, and not in the center, but they are found at the extreme end. Then another point is that muscle fibers these muscle fibers have special features. Why? Like which ones? The membrane of a muscle fiber has a special name, and that special name we call it sarcolemma. Now, every part each episode has got its terms that we usually use. Now in this case, we are dealing with muscles. We are going to see this word sarco being too much. So when you say the word anything to do with sarco, that means you are dealing with something to do with a muscle. So we are saying the membrane is called sarcolemma. And then, each and every cell has got a cytoplasm. The cytoplasm of such a tissue, of a muscle fiber, has got a special name, and this special name we call it sarcoplasm. And then we are saying this cell called muscle fiber has got some key features. For example, in a cytoplasm, this sarcoplasm, which is the cytoplasm, contains some key features. What? Like which ones? It contains numerous mitochondria. The reason as to why the mitochondria should be more in a muscle cell. A muscle cell does a lot of work, so it needs a lot of energy. It has also got very many glycogen and fat granules. Why? Because this muscle is undergoing contraction. These are supposed to be substrates which are supposed to provide energy, which energy is going to be used in the process of muscle contraction, because muscle contraction is an energy requiring process. We also have got what we call myoglobin. Myoglobin is a molecule which stores oxygen, especially to be used in case oxygen becomes less. We also have, it has also got myoglobin. And it has also got a special kind of ER. ER is endoplasmic reticulum. The special type of endoplasmic reticulum which is found within the muscle fiber is called we call it sarcoplasmic reticulum. Sarcoplasmic reticulum. That's a special type of endoplasmic reticulum which is found within the muscle fiber. So all these are features which are present within the muscle fiber. Now we are saying, if you go into muscle fiber, this muscle cell is called a muscle fiber, and you go inside. When you go inside it, you find there are structures. So we are saying each muscle fiber is made up of structures. Each muscle fiber is made up of structures which you call myofibrils. And we are saying these myofibrils, something special about the myofibrils is that it's myofibrils. These ones give a muscle fiber an appearance which you call striated appearance. So the striated appearance is because of the presence of what we call myofibrils. So within a muscle fiber, inside there, if you go now into this muscle cell called muscle fiber, you find there what we call myofibrils. And we are saying these myofibrils are the ones which give a skeletal muscle, a striated appearance. That appearance which is kind of like striped. Why is that we are saying that the myofibrils provide a skeletal muscle with this striated appearance? We say so because Within this myofiber is actually made up of, each myofiber is made up of what we call myofilaments. Myofilaments, these myofilaments are actually proteins. They are made up of protein. These are proteins. These are proteinous filaments. They are made up, these are proteins, filaments. And when we talk about myofilaments, we're actually meaning two things. And those two things, one is called actin, and another one is called and another one is called the myosin. These are the myofilaments. In other words, myosin and actin are the ones we are calling the myofilaments. And actually, these myofilaments are the ones we are referring to as the myofibrils. So the appearance, the presence of myosin and actin within the muscle fiber is what gives the muscle fiber a striated or a striped appearance, just like the way we are going to see just in a few minutes from now. So what is special about these proteins here? These proteins are unique in such a way that now this actin is thin. Its appearance is thin. They are thin filaments. A filament is something which is like a rod, which is like a stick, like that. They are thin. And in a muscle, the areas where we find these thin structures, that region where we find these thin structures, or these thin filaments, that region appears light. And therefore we said actins are found within the light, within the light band or the light region. And this light region, we also refer to it as the I band. I signifies the anisotropic, which has something to do with light. So we are saying that these are thin filaments found in the region where they are found, because of them being thin. The region where they are found is kind of translucent. It appears somehow light, and therefore we say it is found in the light band, or in the eye. What we also call it the eye. We also call it the eye band. On the other side, these myosins, for them they are thick inside. They are big. They are thick rods. They are filaments which are somehow big. So in that region within the muscle fiber, that region where these thick filaments are found, those regions appear somehow dark. So we say these ones are thick, and they are restricted, or they are restricted in what we call the darker region. The darker region, you can also call it the darker band, or you can call it the darker band. Or we also refer to it as the A band. We are saying this I means anisotropic. This one is this is isotropic. This is anisotropic. Those words have to do with transparency. So we are saying this is the A band, which A band we are also calling it the darker band. This is the I band, which we are also calling the light band. The I band contains the actins. The A band contains the myosin. Now, if I can go into the inner part and I show you how these two are arranged. This is how they are arranged. If I have, assume this is my muscle fiber. If this is my muscle fiber like this, we are saying in this muscle fiber I have got my actin. I mean, this is my myosin, which is very big. This is my myosin, which is very big like that. I also have myosin here, which is very big like that. So which is very big like that. Then here I have my myosin, which has ended there like that. I've just cut it short here. Then in between I have myosin. I mean I have actin here. The actin is for it is thin like that. It is thin like that. We also have it here like that. We also have it here like that. Also have it here like that. I have it here like that. I have it here like that. And the same story here, like that. So if this is a muscle fiber, this is how these things are organized. You have a region where you have myosins alone. We have a place where you have actins. Myosin, actins, like that. Now we are saying, if this is my myosin, and then this one here is my actin. We are saying that within this region, this area here where we have the myosin, this region where you find the myosin like this, where I can do like this, if I can come and reduce it on this side, this region here where you find this myosin alone, this region where the myosin is. Likewise, even here you see it is here like that. This region where you find the myosin, this region here where you find the myosin. Of course, at some point you see actin comes and penetrates through. But as long as the whole length of the myosin, that region is what we are calling that's what we are calling the A band. And that we are saying this, and this region here appears to be thick. That's why it appears to be dark. That's why we call it the darker region or the darker band. So that's the A band. That's the region where. So what determines the size of the A band is the length of the what? The length of the myosin. So the length of the myosin is what determines the size of the A band. And then we are saying this other region here in the middle here, this other region you see in the middle here, which has the actin. This one which is in the middle, actin alone. This region here, where you have this is the actin, this is the actin, this is the actin, this is the actin. This region where you have only the actins alone, that's what we are calling the I band. And we are saying that region appears to be light. Why? Because we are saying that because of these ones being thin, that region, when you look through, that region appears to be somehow light. Now, we are saying that, that's what we have talked about there. Now, we are saying that there are some lines which joins up these structures here. Maybe before that, we are saying when you check, for example, in this region here, when you check in this A band here, this is the A band. We have the actin, we have the actin, we have the actin. We have the myosin, we have the myosin, we have the myosin. So this region here we have the myosin, we are calling it the A band. But you see, in this region, we have this actin come and pass somehow and reach somewhere here. This is also reaching, is coming and also reaching here. The same story here. Here the A band, this one is passing a bit, so also passing a bit. Here the actin is passing a bit, also passing a bit. So it means we have got the A band is from here up to here, but you see in this A band, we have another region here where actin kind of penetrates a bit. And therefore we have another region in between here in the center, here in the center, where the actin does not reach, where the actin is not reaching. The actin is just reaching here, and there's another region here in between here, where you have only what? Where you have only myosin. You see, this is myosin alone here. There's no intersection of actin. You have myosin here. There's no intersection of myosin. You have myosin here. There's no intersection of actin down here. So this region here within the A band, because A band was coming from here up to here. So within the A band, that region we have, which has only myosin, has another special name. And that special name, we call that region the H what? The H zone. So if they ask what's the H zone is that area within the A band where only and only we have what? Myosin. So it is that region which has only myosin within the A band. Then we are saying that we also have some other structures. For example, we are saying that as you see now here, you have put very many lines, but here I was trying to illustrate. The H zone. But we are saying when you look at these actins here, we have got a line which passes through the actins. For example, if this is the actin, we use the actin here, we have the actin here, we have the actin here. We have got a line which passes through these actins here. The same story, we have actin here, we have actin here, we have actin here, we have actin here. So we also have another line which passes through these actins here like this. So this is actin, this actin, we have a line which passes through them. We also have this line, we also have the actin here, which have a line which passes through them. Now, this line which passes through the actin, they have a special name, and we call them Z lines. We call them Z lines. So we have a Z line here, we also have a Z line here. These are lines which are passing through the actins, just like the way we also have lines which pass through the myosin. Also, when you have myosin here, you have a myosin here, you have a myosin here, we have a line which passes through all these myosins here. This line which passes through the myosin, we also call it the M, we also call it the M line. We call it the M line. So, another final one that I also want to tell you is that if we have a Z line here, and you also have a Z line here, this region which is in between here, has got a special name. And this special name is known as, the special name between the two Z lines, or the special name given to this region here, between the two Z lines, is called sarcomere. So if they ask what is sarcomere, a sarcomere is a region between two Z lines. What is a Z line? A Z line is a line which passes through the actins. What is the M line? M line is the one which passes through the myosin. What is A band? A band is that region where we find the myosins. What is the H zone? The H zone is the region within the A band where we have only myosin. What is the I band? The I band, that region within a muscle fiber where we find the actins only, and so on and so on. So when they ask you to describe the histology of a skeletal muscle, you write all these ones like the way we have been flowing together. Then when you reach here, you now come and add these ones here. For example, we are saying the myofilaments contain proteinous filaments. These are proteinous filaments, and there are myosin and actin. These are the myofilaments, these two. And we are saying myosin is restricted, is thick, restricted to the A band, and a line which passes through the myosin is called the M line. Actin, these are thin, they are found in the right band or in the I band, and we are saying a line which passes through the actin is called the Z line. Then we are saying within the A band, there is a region where we have only the myosin alone. And that region we have called it the H what? The H zone. And then we have said that the distance between the line which passes through the actin, we have called the Z line. And therefore we are saying the region between two Z lines is called what? Is called a sarcomere. And for information, a sarcomere is a contractile unit of a what? Of a muscle. I'm sure you have learned something. Please, if you have learned something and you have really liked it, please like this video and share it to your friend. And please, in the next video, we are going to look at how a muscle contracts. You don't need to miss that. Thank you very much.